Hello everyone. So I'm sorry if I look all terrible. I actually woke up like 5 or 6 hours ago, and I'm still not really in the mood to be all running about and whatever. But welcome to 2022. How does it feel to be in the new year? I know people always try to make it feel like it's very special. Entering a new year, it is technically very special, yes. But to be honest, sometimes we carry a lot of things from the past year. I have a lot of New Year's resolutions, you know. I have a few New Year's resolutions as well. So, yeah, last year felt like a very short year, if I'm being honest. It felt so short, and that was the problem. Um, I guess that's how I spent 2021. 2021. 2020 was like the well, everyone keeps saying worst year ever. It's become the norm to say that, and I'm a hipster. I don't like saying the most normy stuff. So I will say, uh, 2020 was a tragic year, but 2021 wasn't as bad as 2020. It was more woke, yes, but not as bad as 2020, because 2020 was full of blown propaganda right in your face. But 2021 was manageable. And it felt like a lot of filler. If this was a episode series, if this was a soapy, uh, 2021 would have the shortest amount of episodes because, or if not a lot of episodes, but a lot of filler in them, you know? Let's say like out of like 100 episodes, like 10 episodes will be the main events. Everything else is just filler, you know? Like, I'm not joking. Like, everything felt so quick. You know, I can still remember last year, New Year's Eve. No, no, not last year. The other year, 2020, New Year's Eve. I can remember that. And I can remember distinctly watching cartoons. It was raining heavily, thundering, lightning in other words, and it was a very devastating weather. And obviously, we had to spend our time indoors. So yeah, it was a strange time. I was the only one awake not last year, the other year, 2020, New Year's Eve. I was the last one awake in my house, and it was very strange, you know. This year was a bit different, but last year was a bit different. It takes some time to get used to, okay? You know, last year, this year, every year. What am I looking forward for this year? Just the movies, video games. Um, I am looking forward to Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, the expansion to is it recording? Okay. Sorry, I just had to make sure. Um, I am looking forward to the expansion of Monster Hunter Rise. It's called Sunbreak. It's basically going to include a brand new difficulty rank, more monsters, and the previous monsters on Rise will get a higher difficulty, more weapons, armor, and whatnot. A lot of interesting content coming up. You know, I have heard that they're gonna discuss more content about Sunbreak Spring, possibly. Well, it's not spring now, I guess. I don't know what weather it is for Japan. I mean, what season it is, because every country is different. South Africa, it's currently summer, so we're enjoying the heat, you know, while other countries, they're enjoying the snow, you know. I never witnessed snow in my life. Just let's just say that. But anyways, that's one of the games I'm looking forward for. And possibly they might announce, they might, this is just my prediction, by the way. This is my prediction. They might announce Monster Hunter World, no, Monster Hunter 6 for 2023, for next year. They might announce it this year for next year, just like they did with World back in 2017. They announced it for 2018, you know? So they could do the same thing. And it's been some time. Obviously, they could have possibly gotten a lot done by now for Monster Hunter 6. They won't call it Monster Hunter 6, but we know it's Monster Hunter 6, you know? A brand new generation, 6th gen, here we go. But anyways, anything else? Not really. I mean, there are a few games I would like to try, like Elden Ring, Strangers of Paradise. Anything else? Well, I know last year I wanted to get Monster Hunter Stories 2, but I might get it this year for my Nintendo Switch. Um, anyways, anything else? To be honest, there's not much when it comes to video games. But I am also looking forward towards the Steam Deck. If you don't know, I think it was Valve. Was it Valve? Yeah, they released this little portable PC. It's like a handheld that can also be a full-blown PC. You can connect it to a monitor. You can connect other things to it. It's basically a portable PC that's so portable and so cheap. It feels amazing, you know. There's different prices for it, and I was like, that's interesting. I think it comes out this year. I don't remember the exact date, release date, but the cool thing about that is it's portable, you know? Like imagine just playing Monster Hunter on a portable device. Imagine playing a game that was meant for monitors and TVs. Imagine playing that game in a small handheld. That's amazing, you know? I am looking forward for that. Besides that, there's not much gaming. I'm also looking forward for movies, you know, and cartoons. Super Strikers. I watch Super Strikers. Basically, I think they're done with the original series of Super Strikers. They're now moving on to this new series called Rookie Season. I don't know how many episodes it's gonna have, but honestly, it's pretty cool so far. They released like 6 episodes last month. This month, sorry, this month. I keep getting it mixed up, okay? This month. Released it this month, early on the month. They're gonna release it next month. Oh my gosh. Damn it. I'm an idiot. It's not December, it's January. See, I was right before. I don't know why I corrected myself. I'm sorry, it's so hard to understand, okay? Like, I keep calling 2020 last year. I keep uh, thinking it's December. I'm sorry. Not really right up here. Oh my gosh, sorry. It came out last month, half of the episodes, and 6 more episodes are coming out this month. That's something to look forward for. I'm looking forward for the Batman movie. I'm not a big fan of the way DC is going when it's comics. They just made another character gay, and people think it's like it's a clapping situation where it's supposed to be like a shock situation because it's like, can we stop with this? Can we just let characters be characters? Can we just let them be characters? Can we stop with this nonsense? I think the writers these days are just so into this social justice stuff. Everything has to be gay. Everything has to, like, be some sexual thing. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that the past wasn't sexual. I'm just saying that when it comes to like now with the old characters, they always would try to do something for the character, trying to, sometimes just do some crazy things with it. Um, I'm just saying. I feel like, you know, it's become a point where at this point, I shouldn't be surprised if they create another gay character or they take a character that isn't gay and make him gay, you know? And people will try to find some excuse to justify that character being gay, even though the character was straight, you know? Anyways, enough about that. The Batman looks like a good movie. It stars that actor from Twilight. I never really got into Twilight. Very strange series, not for me. I like vampires and werewolves, but not really like that. Mm-mm. It's fine if you do, but to me, it's just I'm a very picky person. Okay, uh, I'm a very picky person. It's very hard for me to start new things. So yeah, but I'm interested in this Batman movie. I would like to see it at least do well. What else? Jurassic World Dominion. I love Jurassic Park. I love Jurassic Park 1, 2, 3. I know 3 has become the most hated of the Park series, but hey, I like it, okay? I know it wasn't something it's supposed to be, because if you hear about the original idea behind Jurassic Park 3, it's not supposed to be like that. There's so much of reshoots to a point where it ended up like this. But I like the fact that the Spinosaurus was there, you know? There was a Spinosaurus in the that was like the best thing out there. A Spinosaurus, okay? So Jurassic World was really cool because it was my first experience in the cinemas, so it felt very unique. Even though you look back at it now, um, you can see some inconsistencies, but regardless, it feels like a really good, interesting masterpiece for 2015, okay? Um, Gosh darn, 2015, oh my gosh. Back then I was seventh grade. Oh my gosh. Wow. Times do change, huh? Very fast. What else? Um, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom was okay. It was okay. Uh, it was okay. But I feel like, honestly, I don't know what they're gonna do with this one, but it's gonna be pretty long. We're getting the park actors and actresses appearing in this final movie. I hope it's a final movie, or else I'll be a bit disappointed. It's because I feel like something just should end. If something should end, let it end. Why drag it on for so long? I think dragging it on is too much, you know? I'm also looking forward for, what else? Anything else? This Dragon Ball Z movie. I'm looking forward for that too. And that's basically it. Anything else? Nope, I think that's all of it. That's all of it I'm looking forward for, you know? Okay, maybe Toy Story. Okay, not Toy Story. Lightyear. That's what it's called, Lightyear. I keep calling it Toy Story. My bad. Maybe I might look into that, but look, I don't know. I don't know if I'll even get a chance to watch most of the movies, you know? Like, for cinema time, we're gonna get like one chance, so we won't go there all the time, you know? So it's best to watch one big movie. The rest we can watch online or we can buy the DVDs instead, you know? Like, for example, I have not watched Justice League Snyder Cut. I will get the DVD and watch it, you know? Because I did not really like the way Justice League was portrayed. Um, it was just way too strange. And look, I'm not a big fan of uh, Zack Snyder's dark, edginess, but I want to see how his story went. Because if you know what the studios did to him, it's very messed up. You know, he could have had his masterpiece shown, but no, Warner Bros. Was too greedy. Hmm. But anyways, I'm looking forward to get the movie. I also looking forward to get Monster Hunter. You know the movie. There's two of them, but I can't find the Netflix one. I'm not gonna watch it on Netflix. I don't watch things on Netflix. Okay, I don't. I really don't. Um, I'm not a fan of it. I wasn't a fan of it for years. Even when I was a kid, I wasn't a fan of it. So yeah, but I'm looking forward for that to watch the movie. Both of those movies. I know the movie, the real life movie. It's easy to get because it's all over Amazon. You can buy a DVD. I'm gonna try and get the 4K copy. But when it comes to the cartoon, I can't find any copies. I hope there's a copy somewhere because I really want to buy it, okay? I want to watch it. It has one of the characters from Monster Hunter 4, and it also appears in Monster Hunter World, the excitable and no, the excitable hunter, the excitable haylister. Am I right? Is that his name? I forgot. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm getting way too old for this to remember everything. Excuse me. Sorry about my voice. I never warm it up. But yeah, there's so much to remember, you know? Every time they release a brand new Monster Hunter game, it's so much of new characters. Anyways, anyways, um, okay, I think that's all I'm looking forward for the movies and stuff. When it comes to the politics, no, I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to it. You know how last year, how how the poke cards were spoken of and trying to become normalized. You know, back in 2020, I was like, oh, they're gonna do that, and they did it in 2021. I feel like they're gonna go a bit more steeper with that coming this year, and that's a problem because guess what? I think wait, 14 minutes really? I'm streaming for 14 minutes. I feel like I was talking for like 30 minutes. What the heck? Okay, so I really need to take a pause every time I speak, you know? Uh, Speaking way too fast. My jaw is starting to hurt. But anyways, the politics. You see, the issue is they're gonna do something very tyrannical, like last year. They're gonna keep pushing, pushing, pushing until we all fall off the cliff, you know? And that's a bit terrifying, you know? I have to go to the hospital on the 20th of January. I hope they don't mention I have to take the vaccine. I don't want to take it. But even if they do, I'm not going to take it. Like, what are they going to do? Oh, the gun with my head. They can't do that. They can't do that. So, my body, my choice, you know? My body, my choice, okay? Ah, okay. So the politics is going to be a bit dangerous. I don't know what else to say. Maybe a couple of more people get arrested. I don't know, get caught doing you know what, diddling kids or something like that. That's basically it. And when it comes to YouTube trends, like since 2018, 2018 was like the last YouTube trend. There were no more good trends after that. Maybe there was a small trend in different countries, but I'm talking about trends. I'm talking about like YouTube challenges and whatnot. Back in the day, it was a big thing. I remember the roast yourself challenge. I remember all these type of interesting challenges. You know, like there were also viral videos. Remember the time viral videos were a thing? Remember that? Remember that? Oh yeah, those were the days. Those are the days, really. Like, there's no viral videos anymore. Any video that gets to the top, it's either some kind of humanity project or it's either some kind of what, like singer or something. You know, that's it. Like we're talking about viral stuff. We're talking about fun, silly videos. I remember years ago, the most silliest video out there was a pen pineapple apple pen video. Do y'all remember that stuff? Come on, I'm sure many of y'all remember that stuff. Oh my gosh. As much as it was a very silly thing, like looking back at it, it was very fun. It was very fun to look back at it and just be like, okay, this is good. This is some good stuff. Okay? Because we have to look into it now because there will never be something like that again. YouTube isn't the same anymore. I know we all say it all the time, but it is true. YouTube cares more about politicians, care more about all these other people rather than the creators who got them to the big league. They've practically almost abandoned all creators. It feels a bit disappointing. You know, I like YouTube. It's one of my favorite social media sites, but every time I take one step forward, I take 100 steps back. You know, they add interesting features, but then they just do some crazy things with the terms of service. You know, and I think that's the problem. Taking the dislikes was kind of annoying. It's because now we can't see. It's not just about, people always want to make it about these how-to videos, if it's bad or good. But it's more than that, it's more than the how-to videos. It's more than that spectrum. It goes more towards the political side, you know, because when someone gets ratioed, as the term goes, more dislikes than likes, when someone gets that, guess what happens? We know that, crap happened, but now you can't see the dislikes. You wonder what's going on, you know? Like, look at the trailer for Santa Inc., Look at that trailer. Look at that. 4 point something likes. So, maybe thinking something is strange. But to be fair, that's pretty much a normal thing for most children's channels, if you watch any children's channels, like a toy channel or whatever, if you watch that stuff, there'll be barely any likes. So, nor will there be a lot of. I mean, sometimes there's a lot of dislikes. Sometimes these songs have a lot of dislikes, like Baby Shark. That has a lot of dislikes. But it also has a lot of likes. But I'm not talking about songs. I'm talking about regular videos. Like they barely get likes because children are watching it. They're not gonna leave a like all the time. They don't really use that feature. If you're a kid, sometimes you'll forget about that thing. Even if you're an adult, like I forget about these things. Okay. Uh, wow. I'm just saying, like, so some people might think it's just a normal thing, like Santa Inc. having little likes, You know, they might think it's a normal thing because some videos just have like maybe like 1 million views and a couple of likes. You know, some videos have that stuff. Yes, some videos have stuff like that. Mostly the children stuff. But since Santa Inc. is animated, people might think, okay, it's something for children. They might assume that because it's a cartoon. They won't even care about watching the full thing, full trailer. You know, I'm just saying, looking at it from a technical point of view, it's just that there are plenty of videos who don't get that much likes and they get a lot of views. So to others, it may seem like a normal thing. But what I'm trying to say is that, hey, guess what? Guess what? This likes is like over 200K, I guess, almost 200K, which is pretty interesting, pretty cool. You know why it's pretty cool? Because these people are blatantly being racist, okay? Uh, racist, sexist. But hey, if it's against straight white males, then that's totally fine. You can say whatever you want, you know, for some reason. But there you push anyone else off. Oh, you go into the you're gonna get hanged. That's what happens. That's what happens when you go against the narrative, you know. And the fact that so many people dislike that then proves that hey, there's some humanity in this world at least. Uh, okay, enough about that. Enough about that, because it's 21 minutes and I feel like I spoke too much. Oh, what's this? Oh, Halo. I was going to do a live stream yesterday, but I decided not to. Sorry about this. Now my throat's starting to hurt. I was going to do a live stream, but then I decided to watch some movies. I watched Fun Fun and Fancy Free, a bunch of Gummy Bear episodes, and uh, what was the movie called? Here we go. And I watched this. Can you see it? Only some hardcore Scooby-Doo fans may have watched this movie. It is pretty good, but it's very long. Like, it's so long. It makes 95 minutes feel like 5 hours. Okay? That movie is very long. But it was a pretty fun movie, you know? Milkshake. Chocolate milkshake. It's a bit warm because I had it outside, but pretty good. I have nothing else in my room, no water, so this is the best thing, you know, to quench my thirst. Okay, last night we had a braai, or in other words, a barbecue. It was pretty cool, pretty dope. Uh, do people, do the kids keep saying dope, or they say something else? You know, dope used to be a fun word. Now it's not even a word anymore. Hmm. We had a nice braai. We had giant pieces of charcoal. Um, it was insane, you know. I like having these barbecues, you know, because it's fun. The meat tastes really good. Okay, the meat tastes really good. I love the sausages, the mutton sausages. It's so good. Uh, plus, just eating it is so fun. Anything, to be honest, on a braai stand, it's so good. Okay. It was kind of strange to be honest, just to you know have a New Year's Eve without a big gathering, you know? Normally we have like a lot of people visiting, but yeah. Um, hey, totally fine though. You know, we gotta learn to live on our own, you know? Because since we were kids, like there used to be like 10, 11, 12, 15, 16 people used to come to my house, almost. And as the years progressed, little by little, people just didn't come. And obviously, I'm not gonna get so disappointed in that. Everyone has uh, their own ways to celebrate and whatnot, but it does feel a bit empty, you know, because you're so used to everyone coming in. Now, when there's like no one coming, it does feel a bit crazy, you know. Anyways, oh my gosh, great, it's cloudy. it's cloudy. It's freaking cloudy. Like a couple of moments ago, it was nice and blue skies with a couple of white clouds, uh, just sprinkled everywhere. Ah, I just hate this weather so much, you know. Hate's a strong word. Like it's summer, it's supposed to be blue skies. Give me blue skies, okay? But anyways, I hope y'all had a wonderful New Year's Eve. Even if it's just watching videos or whatever, I hope you'll have a fun time doing that. Um, honestly, uh, this time it's gonna be very interesting. This year, am I looking forward to it? The other thing, the more you look forward to something, like the entire thing, the more it's gonna fail. For me personally, is just do your own thing, mind your own business, get involved in this or that, stay out of trouble, you know, stay out of trouble. Don't open your mouth when you shouldn't open your mouth. Speaking of that, Jack Murphy. I should do a video on this, but I don't want to. I really don't. Jack Murphy said some things. He said some things. No, I'm sure many of you know the entire story by now. Jack Murphy is basically, well, it's one of these alpha male Chad channels, you know, talking about becoming a better man. And to be honest, that's a good thing. I'm glad there are more men out there, um, you know, going through this where they just, you know, want to help other men out. Because, hear me out, when I was growing up, there was no one there for me. There was no empowerment or whatever, you know. I didn't have any privilege as you know, the SJWs and feminists will say, you know, all men have privilege. I never have a privilege, okay? I'm just saying, I never had those type of things. So I'm glad at least some men are getting some encouragement, at least. But then some of these channels out there, I don't like using the term grifters. People calling them grifters. Some of these channels who just pretend. In other words, grifters mean pretend just to be on a certain side or some place or to be a certain thing just to get the money. And this term has been overused to a point where I don't like it anymore. I really don't like it. I just like to use the word pretend or just faker. You know, faker. You know, now, is this man a faker? I don't think so. I mean, people change all the time. Now, what happened with Jack is that years ago he wrote an article that spoke about cucking and why is it nice. Now, that ain't nice. We all know that. It's not nice. It's not good. Some people have some strange fetishes. Let's be real, but it's not a normal thing. So, yeah. And basically, what happened was Jack Murphy was on a You Are Here episode. You Are Here is a show brought to you by Schaefer. Now, I do watch them on the separate channels, but the only issue is that I don't get a chance to watch You Are Here because I don't get the time schedules. I really don't get it. Maybe it's something in the description I can read, but I don't get it. So, yeah, um, I miss it most of the time. Sometimes I'm just knocked off, you know. Um, but anyways, they had him on the show, and Sydney was reading some of the comments, super chats, and oh my gosh, there was a super chat that asked about Jack's past, about cucking. Now Sydney had no idea about this. She had no idea what this was. She read the comment, and then Jack was okay, he said, I can't remember what he said, but after that he said F you. Like he said it twice to Sydney Watson, and it's like, okay, look, I get it. You don't want to answer this comment. You can say F you to the commenter. Why on earth do you have to put you're swearing on Sydney, you know? I didn't like that. I really did not like that. Because I get it, sometimes you don't like to be asked certain things. But at least just say, hey, it's a personal thing. I don't want to answer it, you know? Just say, no, I don't want to answer it. Like, I get questions I don't like all the time. And sometimes I just have to, like, yeah, you know? But I'm not gonna go after everyone, you know? It's like if one person, like the commenter asked Jack the question, not Sydney, so why on earth did Jack attack Sydney? That was a very much a helpful thing to do, right? And then all of a sudden, boom, the internet just well, some parts of the internet just took that, had fun with that. Now, Jack has been doing some slimy things in the background, and I feel a bit disappointed in him for doing. He's trying to lie about Jeremy from the quartering, you know, because he has a trick. Basically, it's calling him a sexual predator, even though Jeremy is not a sexual predator. It's just calling him that himself. Yeah, I don't know why. He's really trying his hardest, just to try and get what Sydney fired. He's trying to get like it's trying to do a lot of crazy things. Okay, he's going after the quartering, going after everyone. It's like calm down. Okay, the first time I saw Jack was a couple of months ago on the Tim Pool podcast. Tim has a lot of interesting people on, but this guy particularly, uh, I don't know much about. But when I saw him for the first time, I was like, who's this guy? This guy looks cool. It turns out it wasn't so cool. Now, obviously, it's been made fun of so much. Like even the video game, Cuck Simulator, has had him in an update. Yes, he's literally in a video game now, and he's made fun of in a video game. Now, of course, do I think people are taking it a bit too far? I don't know. I don't know. I think yes, but he's also taking it a bit too far as well. You know, he's taking it way too far, trying to go after everyone, literally trying to complain to Glenn Beck. You know, it's like okay, but he was gonna complain about Jeremy to Glenn Beck. Glenn Beck, Glenn Beck runs the Blaze. He's not in charge of Jeremy. Okay, Jeremy has his own thing. I know Jeremy was on one episode of Slightly Offensive, but that's it. That's it. Like that's it. Okay, that's it. All this is going on. It's just too far. He's taking it way too far. Trying to go after everyone. It's like calm down. Okay. Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers did mention that the search results on YouTube is a bit altered, which is true. Like you search Jack Murphy, you only get a couple of videos. A couple of days ago, it was like more than 50 videos you would see. Maybe around 50 videos, but I'm just saying like now you only get like less than 10, and you get other searches. What's going on here, YouTube? What's going on? Never thought you'd stick up for anyone who's an alpha male or alpha male. Um, so if you are part of that manosphere group, I would just give you a piece of advice: beware of snakes in the grass, because there are plenty of people out there trying to fake this entire thing. I don't think Jack Murphy is trying to fake it. I don't think so, at least. Maybe that's just me, but I doubt he's faking it. I think he genuinely changed, but I feel like he still has some of his parts out there that belongs to the past that he needs to abandon. Like his attitude. You kind of need to abandon it. But other than that, I think it's trying to change. So, change can happen. I used to be a progressive person, but now I'm a conservative. How did that happen? Don't know. Well, obviously I know. I saw the state of the world and I was like, oh my gosh, this is it. So I changed. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is that, I think change is normal when it comes to stuff like this, but obviously the way he acted shouldn't have been the best way to act, and his response to all of the people responding to what he did is a bit lowbrow in my opinion. It's just not the best. Um, Hopefully things can be moved on, and this year can start anew. You know. So far nothing has happened yet. Oh great! I know what's gonna happen this month. On that specific day, you know what day I'm talking about. You know what day I'm talking about. A certain day of this month. Day of this month. On this day, see, this day of January, there's gonna be a bunch of people moping and complaining, saying this was worst day of our history and whatnot. This was worse than past times, and they're gonna say stuff like that. I bet you. I bet you $5. Okay, I bet you $5. They're gonna do stuff like that. And I was thinking of this since last year. I was like, oh crap, they're gonna go and mope about this. I'm telling you, there's gonna be a 1 year anniversary about this. People are gonna be complaining about this. It's gonna be trending on Twitter. You're gonna see a bunch of check marks crying and weeping about this. You're gonna be seeing a lot of crazy stuff about this, okay? So I'm trying to say is that uh, people are going to be bitching about this day, you know? All I'm just saying is giving you a little warning. Be careful, okay? If you don't want to see that crap, just ignore the internet for a couple of days, because you know there's gonna be a bunch of people hitting it with a hammer, you know, just eating it down for a couple of days later. Just gonna be talking about it every time. Honestly, I'm tired. Last year, the year started off with a bang, and I don't know what's gonna happen now. I mean, 2020 it started with people crying about World War III. Uh, Last year it was people crying about the same people who they were the same ones who became anti-riots. Did you know that? Totally fine with burning cities, but all of a sudden, all of a sudden, that specific day came, boom. Their past and consciousness was cleared. All of a sudden, they became like a better person. They felt like they had like a high moral standard, you know. So, yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen this year. It seems like every time January has to start off with something big. Please, no, not this time. Okay, if not, let's just stop this trend of January needs to have something big. Please, I'm tired. It's not about the fact something's happening, it's the fact that the way people react to it. People react to crazy things the most normal way, but react to silly things the most irrational way, you know? Anyways, sorry about that. I finished my milkshake. Anyways, great, a little water splash on my keyboard. Ah, okay, works. This is a cheap keyboard after all, so I'm not saying I want it to be broken. I'm saying that if it does get broken, I at least know I didn't spend that much on it. It was pretty cheap, but it feels pretty good. Okay, so what's going on? Oh yeah, let's not forget the woke stuff coming up this year. Just this morning I saw a woke trailer for some movie about some secret group or something like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, please stop. Stop. Enough with this. Enough. Please. Please. Enough. I don't want this stuff anymore. I really don't. I don't want this type of stuff anymore. I just don't. I'm tired of it, okay? Can we just have a day without wokeness, okay? That's all I ask. Okay, I'm so brittle. Uh, okay. Anyways, moving on. Pretty hot. Let me put my fan on. Last night when we were near the barbecue stand, I'm gonna say barbecue because I have a lot of American audience and audience from other countries. We don't call it barbecue in this country. We call it braai. So I'm just translating it for you guys, okay? It's a very nice thing to do, actually. Not many creators will do it, by the way. Anyways, so when we were barbecuing, like, you can just put your hand not even that close to the stand, and you could feel the radiation of the heat. It was so hot. So hot. And sparks were everywhere. So, yeah. At least summer is the best month, so we can eat ice cream. Summer was meant for ice cream, okay? Don't let anyone tell you anything else. It was meant for eating ice cream. Winter was meant for drinking hot chocolate. But some people like to drink cold chocolate. Okay. In fact, I think drinking cold things anytime is kind of cool. This feels much better. So, anyways, I'll make one more live stream after this, talking about um, Monster Hunter. I need to mention this. Like, I really need to mention this. But anyways, before I go with this live stream, I just want to say thank you all for watching me. Thank you all for staying with me since years, for the new and the old. Welcome. Hope you all have a pleasant 2020. Good vibes. People say good vibes. I think they do. Uh, I wish you all the best, and hopefully this year is your shining year, and if not, more years to come with happiness and gloriness. Thanks so much for staying with my channel. Thanks so much for commenting and liking and just all together being subscribed and watching my weird content. Out of all the YouTubers out there, I'm a very weird person. So thank you so much for at least uh, at least staying with that, understanding that I'm a weird person. Have a good day. Bye.